Welcome back, adventurers, to Let's Play Riven, the sequel to Myst. When last we left off, we had left the Temple Island behind us and arrived at the Jungle Island. Managed to explore a bit, but unfortunately, due to our carelessness, we were inadvertently spotted by another guard in the observation tower over there. So if the people of Riven, and indeed Gen, didn't know that we had arrived in Riven beforehand, they're certainly aware of our presence now. Regardless, we are done with this this above platform up here, and we'll now continue exploring the rest of the jungle island down below on the main level. So back down we go. Pull this lever back down again, and watch the mouth open. There it is. Now we can head back outside again. Good idea to lower that switch again, just so that the idle can close. As I said before, it's always courteous to leave things as we found it. And we'll head back along this path, and oh, there's a little girl. Oh, she fell over, but she doesn't seem too bothered. But let's follow her. We'll head up this way now. Go through this gate, saves us having to go around over there, and there's that observation platform that we can kind of now have a better look at from down here. But no, we've already been spotted, so there's no point. And now we're in this passageway here. There appears to be a bunch of oddly coloured lamp covers. And there's a rock opening here that allows us to look out into the to the cold blue water of Riven. I get this strange vibe from this cave, from this passage. It's not a cave because it's open. So anyway, make our way down to this wooden platform, and it's the little girl who's playing on the platform. It looks like a mother or parent has noticed her and is on their way down to bring the child back to the village. So clearly they know we're here. Nothing we can do about that, but there's nothing to stop us from exploring the village at the moment. Appears to be, well, first of all, we're at the lake that we saw from way up that way, up the platform, and there appears to be a ladder of some kind with some sort of platform here. Although the water seems to be, for some reason the water appears to be behaving rather oddly. It actually looks like the water is surrounding this platform, but it's not flowing into it. And there appear to be similar phenomena happening in other parts of the lake as well. There's the that platform that we saw earlier. And there's a rock in the middle here with some sort of socket that doesn't seem fairly important. Over this way is the Rivenese village. These rather elaborate looking huts, probably made of mud or stone or something like that. They're certainly fairly elaborate. They appear to be They appear to be all over the place, but not quite. Doesn't appear like you can get to that one or those ones. Looks like the platforms have been retracted, so we can't fully explore the village too much. But there appears to be a platform placed deliberately here, strangely enough. And it's a rather elaborate looking door with rather intricate patterns, and on this what appears to be a door knocker of some kind there's that symbol again, that star symbol that we saw with the square and the horizontal line. That once. Try it again. Huh, doesn't appear to be anyone here. It's 3, 4. Maybe no one's home. Maybe this is just an empty hut. Or maybe not. There's clearly someone in here. Although I'm not sure why, you know. So there are people in the village, but going back here, you would have thought that they would have taken the platform away from us if they wanted, if they wanted to impede our progress. But if we look back down the ladder here, we can see another platform here that's similar to the one over here. And there's one over here. So I wonder how that water phenomenon, how that works, because maybe the water in Riven is somewhat different from conventional water, the water that you or I drink. Because, having a look further, there appears to be some sort of underground track system below the lake, which is something that we'll have to navigate at some point. Heading along these, further along these river, these wooden platforms. Well, there appears to be, this large metallic contraption that looks like some kind of rather primitive looking sub. Although I'm surprised that, I would say that I'm surprised that such an object is here, but then I remembered again. Can't use it at the moment, which is kind of odd. So, well, of course we're above water, so obviously it won't work. No, there's no point in using a sub above water. So pull this lever, and the sub descends down to the bottom. Notice that this lever is similar to the one that we saw on the Temple Island, so there is a universal design there. And now the sub has descended all the way down to that platform there that's surrounded by that weirdly flowing water. Over here appears to be some sort of... Oh. Here's another representation of that idol, that animal that we saw. Over here appears to be some sort of earth oven of some kind, with oven that's, clearly being used, and there's fish in there, or what appears to be fish. At least I'm assuming it's fish. Let's have a look up here, and there are some more Rivenese huts that we can have a look at. Appears to be another tower over there, some sort of observation tower to the far side, but we don't quite know how we can get to it. We don't know how we can get to here, or it appears to be something up there, some sort of structure protruding from the rock. So we'll have to find another way to the sub at the moment. Don't think there's actually anything else we can do in the Rivenese hut here. So, or the village. There appears to be it appears to be a net with triangular fish. There's the tower that we were in previously, overlooking this place. So this appears to be, I don't know if it was naturally a crater or an open area, or whether a meteor hit here or something. I'm not sure. Head back along here. Appears to be a platform above there that don't think we can actually reach because we don't have ladder at the moment. So until we can explore in the village and back through the rather beautiful looking blue passageway. That's it for this part of the island. Yeah, we'll definitely need to find a way to use that submarine at some point. But we'll continue exploring the rest of the island. Head down here. Oh, appears to be a pair of animals that we've never seen before, sunning themselves on a rock over there. There are truly some interesting animals in Riven. I'd hesitate to call them creatures because I assume that these animals are native to Riven, like its people. Oh, no sensor movement. But they don't seem overly bothered by us. They don't seem particularly threatening either. And they go back for a sleep. Can we get any closer? That one seems fairly agitated, trying to warn us off, but as we're not moving, he's going back to sleep, sunning themselves on that rock. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. Nope, they appear to have disturbed them a little too much. This is a nice looking oasis area, nice little beach here. There appears to be a path leading to this rock. And there's another eye, another gold eye. So I wonder what this one signifies. And we here have a different animal sound. But the symbol on the back of this eye is the one that we've seen thus far. The square and the horizontal line. So that's, there is a connection there, as I said before. And taking a step back and looking at this rock properly, this rock looks very similar to the idol that we saw on the Temple Island and here on the Jungle Island. So the sound we heard is pretty much the noise of whatever animal this is. Although something in my bones tells me that I probably don't want to encounter said animal due to the fact that it has really long tusks and teeth. So it's actually probably fish of some kind, really large fish, to be sure, not like the triangular fish. Anyway, we'll keep We'll go along here through this passageway that's lit by rather small. I wouldn't call these lights. I'd call them something else. They're not very small lamps, but there's there's that guard tower that observation tower that we just saw. If we can go back and have a look at it there. Appears to be in full view. It looks like a door of some kind, I think, although I'm not quite sure again how one would climb into or out of a structure like this. So now we're on the other side of the cavern, and there's the Rivenese village and the oven and where the submarine was. In front of us there's this pool with this dried out pool area and another golden eye. So let's see what this one is. Appears to be the sound of a beetle, and this symbol is more of a curve rather than an arrow. So that's the third eye symbol that we've seen. We've got some kind of tap here that we can turn, and appears to be releasing water into the pool. As you can see, the water is pulled out in the form of the beetle, which we encountered a little bit earlier in our journey of the jungle island. So we've had some kind of amphibious animal, we've had the giant fish with tusks, and we have the beetle. We still don't understand the significance of the golden eyes yet. So the only thing we can do at the moment is keep exploring. Appears to be a platform here, and somehow the submarine is now down here, which is rather surprising. Don't quite know how that happened, but apparently we can enter it. I'm assuming now that it's underwater, it's actually working, as you can hear from the hissing sounds from the machine. So we have 3 levers, one here, one here, and one here. So we'll push this forward and see what happens. We appear to be moving on the tracks of wherever this is. So we're heading down into what appears to be the middle of the tracks here. Comes to a stop. Don't think we can. Well, not a good idea to get out, since I think we're actually underwater, fully submerged at this point. So push that lever forward and we'll continue moving to the right. I actually love this submarine when I was a kid. I used to, when I played Riven back in the day, I used to real talk. I probably should have said that first. Real talk here. I actually enjoyed this game a lot as a kid, and back in real talk, we appear to be at that platform that we closed previously, but we can't get to the for some reason we're not able to get to the platform over there. Actually, I think back the way we came, you know, where we were when we got in the submarine was actually where the submarine did drop down into, so that's something. But yeah, we're now seeing, you know, the water phenomenon from the other side. The water, there's nothing actually holding the water back, but the water is still just floating around us. Like, did the Rivenese figure out did Gen or the Rivenese figure out a way to affect the water molecularly? Another question. Anyway, head back down. Is it possible to head right? It is. We can continue heading right to wherever this is. Alright, so now we're back down in the middle of the water. So I wonder if this actually takes us back to where we were. It's gonna be a bit difficult getting our bearings. It's taking a little bit of trial and error to. I think this is back where we were, to be honest, because I think we just gone on a loop. Because I recognise that coral. So if we open this, and most likely we are back where we started. So it goes in a circle. That's yeah. Although actually, does it? Yeah, it does. It does. Does go in a circle. And back at the platform there. So back into the submarine. So it goes in a loop. It kind of goes round, and you keep going right, and it goes into a loop. So that makes sense. So we want to try and explore other areas of the lake. See where we can actually other parts of the track that we can actually explore. So what we want to do is we want to go back to that platform that we just left and try reaching one of the other areas that we otherwise can't get to without the submarine. Yeah, we actually still have no idea of how we're going to retrieve the prison book at the moment. But if we go forward again, not sure how this is going to work. But back down here, and that way leads back to there. But I'm going to rotate, see if we can turn this around, and we can. I'm assuming this lever moves left and right depending on where it is. So we'll go, instead of going, you know, we came in from the left track which would be the right track now, but we're now going on the right track to a different location instead of just going aimlessly in circles. It's a bit of a annoying mini puzzle of sorts, but it's not too bad. I think, at any rate, it's not the most annoying puzzle in Riven, and we appear to have made the right call in going to another platform. This appears to be some sort of ladder or rungs built into the cliff face. It leads into this protrusion here. We got some levers over here, and we have a viewing platform over here. So now we have a good idea of lake, where everything is on the lake, and remember the fact that the platform, we couldn't reach the platform down there. There also appears to be a building over here that we will want to explore, and there's another platform over there as well. There's the platform that we came down on, the platform that goes under there where the submarine was. Two of the levers are up and 3 are down. So if we turn the levers up, I wonder what happens. As you can see, turning the levers up have extended the platforms. Now that's handy. Now from here, we want to go back down here, see if we can actually make our way down this way. Because before we were kind of going around this way and kind of going around in circles here. So what we want to do is to make our way down to this platform where that building is. So back down we go. Just down one more and back to the submarine and going this way. So down we go. So what we want to do is rotate the submarine back around to face this way and move the middle lever to the left. So we want to go left. And forward we go. I always like the submarine here. It's one of the nicer aspects of Riven. It's nice that there are different, methods of transport in this age, quite different from the other ages. But yeah, Riven is definitely a complex world. It has its own culture, it has its own nature and everything. One could almost say that one could pretty much say that it is in fact one of Gen's better ages, if not his best age. Although that might be a stretch, because Riven is probably the age that that succeeded where I would say most of his other ages failed, but that would probably be giving Gen a little bit too much credit. So we are now at this building here, which is where we wanted to be. So when we return, adventurers, we shall enter this building and see what awaits us inside. See what clues that we can uncover. Until next we meet.